Hey guys, Rich here. I'm here to tell my story. Fair warning, if I start crying, it's kind of hard for me to go through it and like tell people. Like my best friend Blake and I are the only ones that know my story. Um, I guess I should start. I was born May 1st, Findlay, Ohio. Um, as a girl, I always knew there was something. As a child, I knew there was always something wrong with me. Like I only wore frilly stuff because my mom wanted me to, and all I ever wanted was for my mom to be happy. Um, Started growing up and first or preschool. I was the one that would always sit in the corner and would always have to get called out by the teacher to go play with somebody. Um, First grade, I met Blake Stephen Michael Colburn, and I knew that things were going to be different. I was bullied for a short time in kindergarten. Now in first grade, I was bullied for a little, and then I met Blake. Might as well remember his name because he comes up a lot, so much in this. Second grade, standard bully. But every time Blake was around, it was like my confidence went from like this is the bottom, and it went like straight up out of camera view. Honestly, um, because I knew that he was the one kid that swore he would be there always. Like I could rely on him. I could fall back in his arms, and I could talk to somebody for once. As years went on, the bullying got more and more worse, and actually only by fourth grade I finally accepted the fact that I would be treated like that always at that school. Um, but Blake was always there to make me happy again. You know, he's my security blanket. Let's use that one, right? Um, Fifth grade, I finally told Blake, and I told him about my depression, and he's like, "Hey, I'm here for you. Don't." A couple weeks later, I got a call, and he was about to kill himself, and he said that he wanted to talk to me for a little. I don't know why he just told me straight out, "I'm doing this." He just said, "I'm doing this tonight. I want to hear your voice one last time. Please say something, anything." My heart, like, my heart stopped. I mean, it's the sudden realization of how sad somebody can truly be behind a mask of smile. I started crying, but I held back every sob. And I told him, "Don't." And I told him that I loved him, and I told him that I was always there for him, and that I would never leave him. And he told me, "Okay, I'm sorry for putting you through this. Please just calm down." And I did, and he was fine. But he hung up right after that. Next couple days of school kept on breaking down in the classrooms because he wasn't there, and I automatically assumed the worst. The things that were running through my mind were, "It's all your fault. Like, it's all your fault. Don't believe otherwise." That year, that same year, I met through my friend Jared, who I've known all my life. Like, he knew me when I was still in the womb. But I met Ariana, who is now my girlfriend. In sixth grade, she asked me out and said yes and everything. But after Blake and I mended our relationship back together, we entered the sixth grade. I was scared. I was horrified of the teachers. I was horrified that Blake was gonna go and run off to some other group. But no, actually, it was in third grade we met this girl named Allison who became part of the losers, our clique. We were all friends. We were close, and it was awesome. But my depression never failed to bring me down. So I begged my mom, and I begged her, and I begged her, and she took me to one. One therapy appointment, once. It was horrible. Absolutely. It did nothing for me at all. Let's see, things I left out. Fourth grade. No. Yeah, it was fourth grade I started binding because I felt more comfortable being a guy. And sixth grade, I started to starve myself, I guess. Stop eating. Like, really, the only times I would eat were at home, which was a couple nibbles of dinner. Like, one nibble. And then at school. But I got over that. And school year ended and everything was okay. It was okay, but it wasn't. Like, in 7th grade, someone I knew, I'm not going to put specifics on it, got into drugs and they got caught. My mom was absolutely furious with them, and there was not a time when there was not fighting in this house. It actually escalated so much to when my dad pushed them and they brought out a knife and yelled, and my brain was telling me, it's all your fault, just give up. And I was an idiot. I believed it. I didn't want to live anymore because I knew that because all the attention was focused on that person and I was getting nothing. I knew that if I just kind of disappeared and faded into the black, that nobody would notice, nobody would care. I'm in 7th grade as of right now. 7th grade right now. Sticking through the year and I'm doing my best, but my mom finally caved in and I've been going to therapy a lot and gender identity therapist, which I don't really get the point of. I'm not even questioning it. But there's still lots of fighting in this house. There's still been a lot of problems going on with me. They're still there. Like, I can feel them, the voices and everything under my skin waiting to yell at me again. I have people that I can run to, like 2 people, honestly, that I can run to, and they'll be there with their arms open. And I'm scared that one day they're just gonna go. They're just gonna disappear. I'm horrified at the thought of losing them. I found Tumblr. I'll tell you my story with Tumblr. I found Tumblr. This is 8 minutes long. I found Tumblr around 5th grade. I made it personal and it was So Cool As Me 12. I told a lot of lies. I said I was 16 and my birth year was like 1995 or something like that. But I lied a lot on that. And then I found some roleplay blogs for, I believe it was Vocaloids. And I was like, oh, sounds like fun. And I made one for my OC. I started roleplaying a lot more and I got to know more people. And I kind of realized, oh, there's people weirder than me. What is this blasphemy? I think actually the first person to become friends with me out of character was Darian. Darian. And even just thinking about all the crazy stuff we would do, like, all the RPs we would have, and we would be sobbing and talking out of character. So many tearful RPs, honestly. Second person was Wendy, and I'm trying to get a better relationship with Wendy. Like, we're not really that close, but we're getting closer. We're gonna be sisters. We are sisters, but we're closer. The third one was Evie, and Evie, if you're watching this, honestly, Evie, she was adorable. She was nice. She was my mom when I most needed it. Honestly, it was amazing. Honestly, it was just this whole new world was opened up to me, and now I have actually three families. My real family, which they don't really matter. Probably should put that down. Second family, what is my Tumblr family, like Mandy, Eve, Mandy, Nadia, Chrissy, that's her name. Yeah, Chrissy. I love Chrissy. My third family is my Skype family. But that's my story. That's And here I am now, 14 years old, and a boy. And all my friends are accepting, and if they're not, I'm thinking on the bright side, like my therapist told me, and I don't need them if they don't accept me for who I am. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening, guys. Love you. I absolutely love you.